I had it all: a stable job, a cozy apartment, and a longtime partner I loved more than anything. Life was steady. But if you asked me back then, I would have said steady was just another word for boring. We'd been together for 7 years, and while things weren't perfect, they were predictable. Somewhere along the line, I started craving excitement, something that would shake up the routine. Then I met Alex at a work conference. Alex was everything I wasn't: adventurous, spontaneous, with an infectious energy that made me feel like the most interesting person in the room. We laughed, we talked about our dreams and regrets, and well, one thing led to another. I knew it was wrong, but it felt like a breath of fresh air in a life that had grown stale. For a few months, I juggled two worlds. I'd meet up with Alex and feel alive, only to return home feeling a heavy mix of guilt and excitement. I was always on edge, telling myself it was just a fling and that it didn't mean anything. But inevitably, it began to eat away at me. My partner, Sarah, noticed the late nights, the sudden business trips. She confronted me one evening, and before I could even process it, I confessed. That confession shattered my life in ways I hadn't anticipated. Sarah didn't scream or cry. She just looked at me with this expression that cut deeper than any angry words could. She packed a bag and left that same night. I thought I'd feel relief, like a weight had been lifted, but instead, I felt empty. The high of my double life was gone, and all that was left was a mess I had created. I wanted to call Alex, to explain what happened and maybe even lean on them for comfort. But as soon as I heard their voice, I realized they had no interest in being part of my broken reality. "You made your choice," they said before hanging up. And there I was, truly alone. In the weeks that followed, my life unraveled further. I couldn't focus at work, and friends who had once been close drifted away, disappointed or outright angry at what I'd done. I spiraled into a cycle of regret, replaying that night over and over, wondering how one choice had managed to destroy so much. But in the quiet, painful moments, I began to see something I hadn't noticed before. My affair hadn't shattered my life. It had exposed the cracks that were already there. I'd been looking for excitement, for something to make me feel alive, because I was avoiding the fact that I wasn't happy with myself. So I made a promise to start over. To own my mistakes, rebuild from the ground up, and face the person I'd become. It was a long road, but in the end, I found a sense of peace I hadn't known before. That peace didn't come from others or from the excitement of something new. It came from finally being honest with myself and learning to live with the consequences of my actions.